This is my Hatchhyack Deadly Defender burn deck. 1 copy of the leader. 4 Shenron the Wish Granter. 4 Black Mass Saying Splintering Mind. 4 Deadly Defender Goku. 4 Dr. Legend the Departed Spirit. 4 Full Mission Accomplished. 4 Goku Making Entrance. 4 Son Goku Skillless. 4 Goku the Adventure Begins. 4 Further Instruction Champa. 4 E Supreme Kai. 4 4-Star Ball. 4 Power Burst. 4 Instant Transmission 10 times Kamehameha. 4 Toa Dark Demon Realm Scientist. And 4 SS4 Vegeta Supreme Saiyan of Power Unison. So our main burn comes from our Black Mass Saying Splintering Mind and our SS4 Vegeta Supreme Saiyan Power. So we got some options. And of course we got the Champa and the East Spring Kai for our aggro package, so we can get our opponent down to 2 life, and then we'll get them down to 1 preferably, obviously, so that way we can burn our opponent for 1 with either Black Mass Sane or with this is for Vegeta. So this deck is a little more defensive than the normal build. So this deck is slightly modified. Obviously we're trying to abuse the Deadly Defender, used it as a way to funnel attacks to it. And if we can keep it on the field long enough, then, even better. Because typically we try to make sure we have the ability to negate up to 3 attacks. Leader swing, unison swing, and at least 1 battle card swing. But we rather funnel those attacks towards a preferred target, because if we get to a point where you get a scenario where you can't protect your target, right, then at least it's a battle card, not your leader, right? You don't want to be in a scenario where it's like, alright, I got 2 negates, but my opponent is going to have 3 attacks, which means 1 attack is going to hit the leader, right? So you'd rather be in a scenario where opponent has to attack the Deadly Defender, and if you protect it, good, that means the next attack has to also beat the Deadly Defender. And if they manage to KO the Deadly Defender, well, that's okay. You're able to block, you're able to stop 2 attacks, or at least be able to redirect 2 attacks off of just 1 card, with the obviously idea of keeping the card in play. Not too hard to keep the card in play, because we have the 4-Star Ball engine, right, where we use this as combo power. So we use this to help try to keep our Deadly Defender on the field longer, and which in turns will at least eat up, at least on average, 2 attacks, which means we only need to really negate at least 1 attack a turn, right? Which is better than trying to stop 3 attacks every turn. So that's the idea with that. And one way we can keep getting Deadly Defender on the field, plus it doesn't have unique, so the more copies you have them in play, even better, because it makes it harder for your opponent to attack your leader if there's multiple Deadly Defenders. So you definitely want to try to get as many of them out as possible. Shenron the Wish Granter is our main way to keep replaying our Deadly Defenders if they end up going to the drop area, by battle, or by a card that ignores barrier and KOs, that kind of stuff. So, because this has the secondary ability, choose 1 of your battle cards with energy cost 3 or less from your drop and play it. So you'll play the Deadly Defender, you'll swing with the Deadly Defender, so that way it's in rest mode for your opponent's turn, so that way you can get your Deadly Defender effect on. So that's why those 2 are there. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. The leader, permanent, you can't play battle cards. You can only play black battle cards in your battle area, and this card can't attack. Auto, when a battle card attacks, the player who attacked can't attack with tokens or battle cards with energy cost 7 or less, other than the card they attacked with for the duration of the turn. So this will slow our opponent down, aggro decks So this is good against going wide decks. And then active main, once per turn, place the top card of your deck under this card, then place the top card of your deck to the drop and then draw a card. To awaken, if you only have black cards in your energy area, choose 3 cards from under this card, place them into the drop area, draw a card, and flip this card over. So pretty much you'll awaken on turn 3. Permanent, you can't play, you can only play black battle cards in your battle area. And this card can attack now, which is nice. Although when a battle card is played, when a battle card attacks, the player who attacked can't attack with tokens or battle cards with energy cost 7 or less, other than the card they attacked with. So if you have something that has 8 costs or higher, those cards can still attack. The leaders in unison can still attack, obviously, so keep that in mind. Second auto, when this card attacks, this card gets 5k power for the duration of the turn, and you draw a card. So it's nice, it has a built-in way of boosting itself to apply pressure, plus you draw, so built-in draw engine on the leader alone. So you definitely want to awaken so you can keep drawing, keep your hands nice and thick. And yeah. So we got Shenron, the Wish Granter, permanent, this card can't attack. Auto, Sparking 7. When you play this card, draw 2 cards, then choose one of these abilities. Choose up to 4 of your energy and switch them to active mode. Or choose one battle card with energy cost 3 or less from your drop area and play it. Or choose one of your leader cards or battle cards, and it gets 15k power and triple strike for the duration of turn. So of course, not only does this help us get the lead defender onto the field, if we ended up having it milled to the drop by Dr. Lech's effect, or just because it got KO'd by battle, or we comboed it off, or whatever reason we have it in the drop, we can always bring it back, that effect. But this also serves the purpose of being able to turn our leader into a finisher, or turn any of our other battle cards into a finisher. Like, for example, we have Goku, and he's our strongest battle card in the deck, so he's 30k, and then if you play this on him, he'll be 45k, triple strike. So that's pretty nice. Keep in mind, he'll have a skill which is triple strike, so you won't be able to use the 4-star balls to give it an extra 10k. You will only be able to do 5k, so keep that in mind. Same goes for if you use Champa or Isapin Kai on Goku. It would no longer be skillless, therefore the 4-star ball will only give 5k per each copy. But without, if this is still skillless and doesn't have a double strike or triple strike, then you can use the 4-star balls to give it 10k boost and easily get them to 40k plus in these swings. All that good stuff. So there's that. Then we got a Black Mass Saiyan, Splintering Mind. Auto, when you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to the one's warp. Second auto, Sparking 7. When this card attacks, choose 2 cards in your life, send it to the warp. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's life and send it to the warp. So this is where we get our burn from that effect. Deadly Defender, Barrier 20k. Permanent during your opponent's turn if your leader card is black, which it is. This card is in rest mode. Your opponent's cards can't attack leader cards, and this card can't attack leader cards. And this card gets 5k power for the turn, which means they have to get rid of this card in order to attack your leader. So that's what redirects the attack to him. So it'd be 15k in your opponent's turn in rest mode. So that's where the 4-star balls will come in to try to keep them in play, or comboing anything else you got, like a Dr. Leche or something like that. He just gives you an added ability to stall, because obviously we're trying to get to a point where our opponent's down to 1 and then finish them with either Black Mass Saiyan or the same for Vegeta and Sin. Then we got Dr. Leche, the Departed. He's a blocker. 10k auto. When you play this card, place the top 2 cards get back to the drop. It's mandatory. It's not optional. Active main, pay 2. If you leave your card's Black Machine Mutant, which it is, play this card from your drop, so it's a reusable blocker. Pro tip: don't play him from your drop. Only try to play 1 per turn. You don't want to melt yourself out by playing 2 per turn or anything like that. Also, you want to wait until the end of your turn. Like before you end your turn to play him from the drop. Don't play him first on your main phase, right? And then start attacking and stuff like that, because your opponent might have some negates or some cards that they could play on your turn that can KO him. You'd rather not be in that scenario. You'd rather just do all your attacks first, then set up your blockers, and end your turn on. Food mission accomplished. Active main, pay 2. Move this card from your drop from the game, not warp, just send it within the game period. And then choose up to 1 black battle card in your drop area or warp with energy cost 7 or less. Add it to your hand. This is the way we can get important key cards back, like Shenron the Wish Granter, for example. That way we can get him back, then play him, use his effect to bring back the deadly defense. So that way we can get that up and running, get those out there. Something cute you can do is, since Shenron Wish Granter can't really be used to attack, what you can do is use him, since he has 10k combo power and it costs 1 energy. You can use him to combo to protect your deadly defender. So that way, try to keep him out there longer. So that's something you can do with him. Plus you do draw 2 cards from Shenron Wish Granter, so your hand should be thick. Another target for food mission accomplished is, of course, our Black Mass Saiyan Splintering Mind, because he's our key burn card. So being able to get him back from the drop to use him to burn our opponents, very important. At least one of our main ways of burning our opponent. Because he costs less to burn, just pay 4 and swing and burn your opponents, right? Costs you 2 life, but you should have a good amount of life, at least 8, right? If you stall hard. Then we got Goku making an entrance. Negate an attack. Play this card. So it's our 1 energy negate battle card. It has synergy with Power Burst, because Power Burst can grab a black battle card that has energy cost of 1, so you can add it back to your hand, and then be able to use this to block an attack. So you have the potential of stopping 2 attacks. So that line of play. We got the 30k Skilless battle card for our Skilless engine. Since our leader is black, our Goku The Adventure Begins can use this second active main to bring out this card for 2 energy. And of course, this is our main beat stick, so it gives us a Dark Broly-like ability. 30k we can swing every turn. If you use the 4-star ball on it, we can make it 40k, so it puts our opponent in a position where they'll need 20, yeah, or 40, yeah, if there's a weekend, they'll need 20. No, they need 25. No, they need 30. I'm saying they need 30k in order for their leader while it's waking to be 45k to be able to out combo your 40k Skilless battle card attack, right? So same goes for if you swing with Goku and use a East Pinkai or a Champa to make it a 40k double strike. Your opponent's going to need 30 combo power in order to make their leader 45k in order to out combo your attack. So it's nice to force your opponent to be in that situation where they need 30k. Without it, though, your opponent would typically need 25k. So if you swing with this to your opponent's leader while it's awakened, they need 20 combo power to out combo it. But with 10k boost, then they'll need 30 combo power to out combo, which is nice. Typically, that'll be close to half your opponent's hand, especially if they have a lot of 5Ks. That'll be 5Ks just to out combo. So that would be 30. Yeah, just to out combo a 40k attack. So it'll be just 4 cards from the hand if you don't boost them up to 40k. So good reason to boost them to 40k, right? This will greatly increase your chances of your opponent not wanting to give up that many cards to try to out combo them. So then they'll have to rely on negates and blockers, that kind of stuff. But at least you don't have to worry about out combo, which is what we definitely want to take advantage of. So it shouldn't be that hard to get your opponent down to 1 life to burn them off, or just finish them off with double strike, right? Especially if you have a nice thick hand. We have Goku, the adventure begins. First active main, once per turn, choose up to 1 4-star ball from your deck or drop area, add it to your hand, shuffle your deck if you look through it. Here's the 4-star ball. As this second active main, once per turn, pay 2, your leader card is black. Choose a skillless battle card with energy cost 3 or less from your drop area or deck and play it. Shuffle your deck if you look through it. Goku is the target for that. And of course, if you have multiple copies of this card in play, you can use each active main. You can activate both active main of this card for this copy, and then do the same for every other copy. If you have multiple copies, so you can get out multiple 4-star balls, as well as multiple skillless 30k battle cards. But you can only really attack with 1 battle card per turn with this deck. So you only need 1. So you're just mainly going to bring out 1 Goku and just swing every turn with him. Don't put them sideways, as they say. But you're definitely using the Goku's first active main to grab as many balls as possible. So you can always use it offensively and defensively if need be. Burn in Destruction Champa. Obviously, we never play these red battle cards. 1 into our energy, 2 into our battle area. Obviously, we just use them for combo. So we pay 1 energy, combo them for 10k, and double strike. Supreme Kai, same thing, but you get to choose if you're going to do the double strike or not. So that's nice to have that option. The 4-star ball, extra card, you can have up to 7 Dragon Balls in your deck, but we're only playing 4. Active battle, choose up to 1 of your battle cards or leader cards and gets 5k power for the duration of the battle. And if it's a skillless battle card you use this card with, it gets an extra 5k. So it essentially becomes a super combo if you use it with Son Goku. Other than that, it's just a 5k for if you use it with leader or battle. So it's a reusable combo card, so you don't have to give up any of your other cards for combo power. Unnecessarily, anyway. Unless you really had to combo. Power Burst. Negate an attack leader card is black. Choose up to 1 black battle card with energy cost of 1 from your drop area or warp. Add it to your hand. Targets for that is Goku the Adventure Begins and Goku the Making an Entrance. Then permanent Sparking 5. If you have 5 or more cards in your drop, you can take a card from your life, add it to your hand, or play this card for free. Instant Transmit, 10 silence Kamehameha. Counter attack, negate an attack. Place up to 2 black battle cards in your warp to your drop area. And then active main, pay 1 black energy, choose 2 cards in your hand, send them to the warp, then add this card from your drop to your hand. So you can reuse this. It's a reusable negate. Gotta have, you know, a reusable negate engine, right? Something you can do with this, obviously, you can use this to warp, like, go. Pretty much anything in here can be warped. Pretty much anything here can be warped, because once you use this card, you can always put up to 2 black battle cards back into your drop, so you can warp, skillless Goku. It wouldn't matter because once you play the instant transmission, put them back into your drop, and then you can always use Goku, the adventure begins, to bring it back from the drop, for example. Same goes for, like, in case for some reason you had to, warp your Goku, the adventure begins. You go use Power Burst to get it back to your hand. That's not fun. Then we got Toa, the Dark Realm Scientist. Permanent, this card can't attack if it has 2 or fewer markers, so it needs 3 or more in order to attack. Auto, once per turn, when one of your opponent's battle cards is removed from their battle area by a skill or KO'd, add a marker to this card. +0 ability. Active main, choose 1 card from your hand, discard it. Obviously, 4-star ball would be good target for that. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 3 or less, and send it to this orange warp. So this is a good way of helping you control the warp. The less stuff your opponent has on the field to choose from when it comes to attacking, or maybe a problematic floodgate like a Black Mat Saint or something like that. Obviously, this is good for spot remove for anything 3 or less. And then, of course, that effect does trigger her auto, which will give her a marker. And then she has a -4 ability, one of her strongest abilities. The ability to choose one of your opponent's battle cards and gain control of it. Pro tip is take a battle card that has blockers, so that we can use it to further defend yourself, further keep yourself in the game. The longer you stay in the game, the higher chance you have of winning, right? Especially through burn or double strike, all that good stuff. The name of the game. Stall for the win. Then we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Unison. Auto, once per turn, if your leader card is black, which it is, when your opponent places a battle card using a non-keyword skill, they choose 1 card from their hand and discard it. And then he has the +2 auto, which we don't use because we don't have overall, so it's not that important. He has the -5 ability, which is the main ability we're using him for. You're pretty much just saving him in your hand until it's ready for you, until you're ready to play him. -5, pay 4 black energy, send 1 card from your opponent's life to the warp. So obviously, the goal would be to stall until you have 9 energy, or 8 energy. So turn 8 will be like this. The soonest you can do this. So turn 8, by having 2 copies of these, play 1 before energy, attach the second copy, so that we have 5 markers on there, right? And then remove the 5 markers, and then pay for black energy, and then 70 cards their life to the warp. And if all they had was one card in their life, then you win. So that's the way you can burn your opponent for 1. So that's the thing. Another thing you could do in case you want to burn your opponent for 2, as it were, then on turn 8, if you have 2 Black Mat Saint Splinter Mines, then you can go that route. Or you could play 1. You could play him on turn 4, right, and swing, burn your opponent, and then stall, and then turn 5, swing again, and burn your opponent for 1 type of thing. It depends on the situation, but more likely you'll be like around turn 5, turn 6 type stuff, putting in some burn. because you definitely want to at least keep some energy up. So you don't want to be like turn forward trying to play him to burn your opponent. You rather wait to like turn 5 or 6 and start using Splinter Mine to burn your opponent, because you want to keep some energy up for your negates, obviously, for your other plays. So you want to keep your defense up for as long as possible, and then hit your opponent from that position, from the defensive position. And that's the end of the video.